Hello everyone, it's the Silverman here. Thank you for joining me. Today I want you to know how my fascination for coins and currency started. So when I was a kid, I grew up in Puerto Rico all the way till I was about 21. Then I moved to the States. But Puerto Rico is in really close proximity to the Dominican Republic. So sometimes Dominican coins would circulate in Puerto Rico. Just someone would bring them, and by similarity, some people don't really pay attention, pay with it. And I remember my dad got these in his change. This is a Dominican 10 cents, and he was like, "I'm gonna throw this away. This is pretty much worthless here in Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico uses the US dollar as our official currency." And I was a kid. I was fascinated by the fact that there was different money to what I was used to. I was impressed by it, and I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep it. This is it's probably worth billions." To me this was treasure, because I would never travel or anything. So the same way, we got this 1 peso. It's also Dominican, and if I'm not wrong, this is Dominican 25 cents, and it came to me the same way. Probably someone just used it as a quarter and just didn't really pay attention to it. And little by little, I started finding, for some reason, currencies from other places. This was a gift from an uncle, Spanish euro. These I just found on the ground. It's called 100 pesetas, which peseta is technically another word in Spanish for quarter, so like 100 quarters, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is what it is. I don't know what the actual value is in Spain. And I kept finding stuff like this, gifts like this 10 Mexican pesos. I think this was a gift as well. 100 colones. This is from Costa Rica. This from Colombia. It was a short trip I did to Colombia, and of course I had to pay with their currency. So I have about I think 500 pesos, Colombian pesos, and believe it or not, I think you could buy a beer for 200 pesos, which is really, this is like, I don't know, 90 something cents, at least by the time I was traveling. I love Colombia for that fact. Everything is really cheap. This is from Panama. All these are Panama. This is probably from that same trip to Colombia. We had a scale in Panama. I have no idea why I have their currency, because I don't remember buying anything there, but I mean, it is what it is. This is Canadian. Of course, the Canadian pennies pretty much, they're pretty close to the American ones, so I'm certain this is why they ended up on my piggy bank, and they got rejected by the bank or by the coin exchange thing. Same as these. These are all Canadian currency coins. It's 25 cents. Same thing here, 25 cents. This is actually 5 cents. Yeah, this also ended up on my piggy bank when I was a child. But every time I found this kind of stuff, to me, it was so valuable. These, to me, is the craziest find. I was just cleaning my childhood home. It was like a big fence, but in a cage, man. I don't know. That's where we kept some of our dogs, like the bigger dogs that we couldn't keep inside. We would have their houses and everything out there. And one day cleaning that area, this thing just popped out of the ground. So I have no idea. It's not a rare coin. It's Italian. I knew the name for it, and now I just forgot. But anyway, it's nothing rare, but the way I found it was so cool. I was super excited about it. This is probably worth, like, I don't know, $1-2, maybe less. But yeah, that's the way. And if you're wondering about this $2 bill, this was a gift from my grandmother, and I mostly keep it because of the sentimental value it has. Such as the same with this. I have a couple of these half dollars, and the reason I keep them is because, you know, they're a gift from my grandmother. This dollar, to me, when I got it from her, looks like somebody tried to do a chain with it. When I first saw it, I was so impressed. I was like, oh my god, you're telling me that like a quarter is worth $1. And I was a child as well. But you can see where that fascination started. The same with this $50. I think this was a gift from her as well. And this is like 1974, so you know, it's not silver, it's not nothing special, but it was a gift from her. I have some wheat pennies. They're not that special. I just like the design of the wheat pennies. And this was also a gift from me. So I have a friend in she's from Salvador, one of my old co-workers, and she went to El Salvador, and apparently this is very common up there. That's how it's a really common payment method. She just gave it to me, and I had never seen this kind of dollar until she showed it to me. To me, it's really weird that these two things exist. Like, I got paid with one of these one day when I was buying silver, because of course it's a coin shop. Of course they're gonna have these and give it to you as change. But other than that, like, it's not normal. This is not normal, and I have no idea if we still mint them or what's going on with this. But to me, they're just weird. But yeah, that's how my fascination started. This is basically my entire coin collection, if you could call it that. So if you want to drop in the comments how did you start it, if something draw you to collecting coins or currency or stacking either silver, gold, or platinum or whatever you stack, if you just stack, just hit it in the comments. I really like to know people's story, and I love to share mine, because I believe this is one of those nerdy things I do. Like, I have very few fixations, and coins for some reason is one of them. I just love currency. I just love to see how the rest of the world, I don't know, it's the art on it. Like, see, one of my favorite arts is this Italian one. Look at that. So it's really cool. It's like someone, like an artist or whatever, someone trying to sculpt the Mexican 10 pesos. I love this coin. The art in it is just beautiful. Both sides are really nice. I really like this one too, because it's two bulls pulling a cart with sugarcane, and this is, you know, this just entails the history of the Caribbean in so many ways. I just love it. I just really like currency. I just really like to see the art. The fact that this is worth something to someone, you know, that you can actually go to, I don't know, I can go to Panama with this, you know, with this coin. I'm not sure if I'm able to purchase something. I have no idea how much it's worth. Lord knows, maybe I'll be able to buy some candy with it. And that's how all this started. I eventually got into silver, of course. You grow up and you're like, you want something that's a little bit more, and so, you know, I started buying silver. But no matter how much of this I stack, it will never replace the value that this has to me. I'm pretty sure that there's, I don't know, $20 or less in all these. Compared to this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ounces here. Spot price around $210. If they stole this from me, I mean, of course it would hurt, because there's money here, but this would hurt me way much more, because there's so much emotional value. This is my childhood, collecting these coins. I'm putting them on my little, I had like a little box for it, and now I just put them on the bag because I don't really have space for that stuff. And like this, some of these are gifts. Like, this is my grandmother's gifts, and this is my grandmother's gift. The euro that I said that came from an uncle. So all these are gifts, and they all have a story for me. And all of them remind me of a day. Like, I'm telling you about this, like that Italian coin that I was really excited about. You know, this is a memory that I have. This reminds me of my old pets, my upcoming, me growing up. This reminds me of my trip to Colombia, which is filled with a lot of nice memories. This Dominican one, this Dominican 10 cents, it reminds me of the day I started collecting coins, and how all these craziness started, and how I realized that there is a whole world out there that not only has coins but exists. Like, there's so many places in this world, and I used to live, on my little island, I would say. Puerto Rico is a very small island, so my island was that a little penny, and I did not know there was a sea of currencies and just a world to explore out there. And all these collection it's just a reminder for me to just explore and live abroad. And right now I haven't been able to do so, but I have this as a reminder, and I have these as an ultimate goal, and I want to travel more countries, and of course bring more weird currencies that I don't have, more rare stuff. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment if you have a similar or more impressive collection. I'm pretty sure that there's billions of more impressive collections than this, but this one has very special value to me. Anyway, if you stayed this long, I really appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day. This is the Silverman. Keep stacking.